Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to talk about the cathedral in France that was burning down the other day again, because there's a bunch of new information, relevant information that has come up that the media is likely not going to talk about. So I wanted to cover it. I went on Twitter and a few other platforms, and this is where you're going to find a lot of the stuff that the mainstream media is not going to show you, right? It is social media. This is why they're trying to ban people on social media because they want to control the narrative. They don't want people to speculate or to see information that goes against the narrative of, oh, it's only an accident, right? You know, after a home fire in like a residential home, it takes like a month or a week or days and days for people to figure out what the cause of the fire was. But somehow with this building, they knew immediately that it was an accident. So right away, that set off some red flags for me. So I was like, okay. And considering there's been countless attacks on churches in France already, there's been 800 or close to 900 this year alone, more than 1,000 the year before. So this falls into a pattern, right? And there's a lot of videos that I have that I'm going to show that show, somebody on the roof and it looks like they're lighting a fire, another person walking through a balcony. There was one tweet I couldn't find again of this one guy who was saying it was intentionally set, but then he deleted the tweet after 10 minutes, but I couldn't really find that. Plus, I got a bunch of other tweets from people like Ari Shafir and whatnot saying like this is a good thing that this church burned down. But, it sucks that it is gone, right? Or it's almost gone. Good thing that they saved a lot of the stuff. And, like my other video I made about it, I do think if France does not change its course soon, it's just going to be converted into a mosque, like a lot of the other churches, like the churches in Turkey and whatnot, that are now museums or mosques for Muslims. So, it's unfortunate, but I'll go through a few of the tweets and stuff with you guys, but I'll see, if anybody's in chat or whatnot. Hey guys, what's up? There's nobody talking in chat at the moment, but let me look for the first tweet here that I wanted to show. It was this one guy who was working on the building as well that was saying, one of the architects. I'll share my screen though here. Sorry, one moment. I got a little bit of a delay here. Okay, so this is from Amy Meck. I know she was doxxed about a year ago by the mainstream media, if you guys don't remember. And, a good thing she's still tweeting, but they tried smearing her and destroying her. But, just another example of how the media want to control the narrative. But she retweeted this on her account. And it's architect of restorations for Notre Dame speaks out. Media, so you're telling us this type of timber doesn't burn like that? Notre Dame architect, no, oak that is 800 years old doesn't burn like that. You would need a lot of kindling to succeed. So, it goes on. He goes.
Ce type de bois ne brûle pas comme ça. Bah, non. Vous savez, du chêne qui a 800 ans, c'est très dur. Essayer d'en faire brûler, enfin, moi, j'ai jamais essayé. Mais du vieux chêne, c'est pas évident du tout. Il faut mettre beaucoup de petits bois pour y arriver. Là, je sais pas s'il y en avait. Non, j'arrête de plaisanter. Je crois que, non, moi, ça me stupéfie beaucoup. Et où vous mène cette réflexion? À quelle hypothèse elle vous amène? Je vois pas d'hypothèse que je puisse dire. Quelle hypothèse on pourrait dire? Que ça a été vite. Qu'on aurait pu faire autre chose, que ça n'aille pas aussi vite. Moi, je me perds en conjecture. Vous savez, on a fait à Notre Dame, juste avant que je prenne ma retraite, c'est-à-dire dans les années 2010, on a remis à plat toute l'installation électrique de Notre Dame. Donc, il n'y a pas de possibilité de court-circuit.
No possibility of a short circuit.
Et aux normes contemporaines, même en allant très loin, toute la détection et protection incendie de la cathédrale, avec des éléments de de témoins de mesures, d'aspiration, etc., qui permettaient de détecter un départ de feu. J'avais en bas de la cathédrale 2 hommes en permanence qui sont là jour et nuit et qui sont là pour aller voir dès qu'il y a une alerte et appeler les pompiers dès que le doute est levé.
Ils sont là en permanence.
En permanence, oui.
Pour les avoir laissé votre défaillance de mécanisme d'alerte, impossible.
Tout est possible. Tout est possible. Moi, je vois mal parce que, bon, ça a été un travail colossal. Et puis, vous savez, c'est comme dans tous ces chantiers de monuments historiques, surtout à Notre Dame, on a un encadrement technique, normatif, de contrôle, etc., qui est considérable. On ne voit nulle part ailleurs. Qui est considérable. Donc là, je veux dire que je suis quand même assez stupéfait.
Et pendant les 13 années où vous avez été l'architecte en chef du bâtiment, vous n'avez pas eu connaissance de départ de feu ça n'est jamais arrivé? Non.
Je suis ravi.
On voit bien quand même que les travaux de restauration d'un monument...
Like if you were able to read that or understand French, like he was saying, you know, they went through a lot of different precautions to make sure that it wouldn't catch fire. You know, even I remember the mainstream media was saying the electrical system could have caught fire, but he was saying like that's practically impossible. They went through a lot of steps to prevent this. But there's more information on Twitter. Might load a little, take a second to load here because I got so many tabs set up here. But you can see from the roof here, there's a higher quality picture. But I'm going to go large here. Okay, wait. See, there's a guy right here. You can see him walking around. See, he's walking, and you're going to see a spark. You're going to see a light if you haven't seen one already. There you see the light right there. Of course, it's fucking loading because it's being a bitch. There's right there. Then he goes down. He's right there. There's clearly somebody on the roof. Clearly. I knew to do this. All right, 1 sec here, guys. Gotta get out of this fucking screen at the moment. Ugh, I knew I shouldn't have done that. Hey, 1 second here. Goddamn Twitter. Fucking screws up my computer every time I do it. But hold on, guys. I can't see the chat at the moment. The media could not... Come on. Exit out of this. Why is this being impossible to exit out of? It's ridiculous. Don't make videos go big on Twitter. Whatever the fuck you do. That makes it almost... Like, what the fuck is going on here? Come on, exit out of it. Okay, this is frustrating the fuck out of me here. Here, 1 sec, guys. Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now with my computer at the moment. It's just lagging out. I got to upgrade this shit. Super slow, but I also have a bunch of tags or, tabs set up here. 1 second. Oh, this is being incredibly frustrating right now. I don't understand it. Come on. Come on, get out. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have I knew I shouldn't have made this video go big. I knew I shouldn't have done this. Fuck. Because it happened last time I did this. 1 sec. I don't want to exit out all this stuff. I really don't want to exit out of it. Come on. Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. This is getting frustrating. Come on. Come on. It won't minimize. This is frustrating as fuck. Okay, I might have to just exit out of it. No, I can't do that. Oh, sorry guys. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I might have to like exit out of this and come back because this is not working. This is not working. Yeah, this is just, I had to exit out of it. I don't know if the stream is still even going right now. It might have completely stopped. Sorry guys, my computer's fucked right now. It's just all slow. I had too many tabs open. I knew that was going to create an issue. Clearly it did. It says I'm still live. I'm going to have to open up a whole new fucking thing here. Hopefully I can reopen it through Chrome. Ah, son of a bitch. Of course, yeah. I figured that was going to happen. Sorry about that, guys. My bad. I you're all probably waiting. It's really annoying. But yeah, you know, the cathedral thing. Come on. Why is this not even opening now? Like fucking, oh my god. This Come on. Open tab. Open. This is what you have. This is what happens when you open too many tabs and your computer is shit. It just doesn't work. Oh my god. So I almost feel like I'm just gonna have to like leave and like turn off my computer, like turn it back on or something. Okay. New window. Come on. Sorry, guys. Okay. Of course, it's not going to re-upload all the shit I saved and like went through and kept and had all up and stuff. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Okay, one sec, guys. Fuck. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Oh, my cat. Come on. Events. Resume Hangout on air. Click. Okay, this page says okay. Am I still live here? This is resume hangout. What the fuck is going on here? Am I still fucking live? It says keep. It says join. Okay. Okay. What the fuck is going on here? Oh my god. There's probably like 2 people left if it's still even going on. I don't even know if my stream's still running right now. Oh, there's 26 people in here. Still waiting. Okay, guys, now I'm back to the screen. Sorry for the fucking wait. That was ridiculous. Oh my god. All right. Oh man, my computer just fucking lagged on me there. Hardcore. Hardcore. Oh my god. I couldn't read my chat. Everything was completely froze up. Like I went and I made the video go big on my computer, and then it completely just froze on me. I was like, for fuck's sakes. Like, you know, you gotta do that shit. Really? Or I'm gonna have to like open a few more things here, guys. Okay. So there's this tweet, and then there's this one. At least I saved a few of them, at the very least. But you saw that guy on the rooftop. You saw that flame, that clear flame of the guy. There's another one, another guy walking. I don't know, let me see if I can bring this one up here. I got a couple saved. One sec. God, that was really annoying. Oh, fuck. I had all these things up already, ready to go. and then it went down on me like a piece of shit. But yeah, it's pretty clear that there's somebody on the roof before the actual shooting. I mean, before the actual fire. And they're just not going to, talk about this shit because, they know it's going to make a lot of people angry and want to reduce immigration. But see slow-mo, see the guy, an arrow. You're going to see a flame. Oh, there, you saw the flame. So the fire started up near the rooftop while another fire started the North Bell Tower. So, if you saw that other video, the guy walking along the North Bell Tower and now another guy on the top, makes a lot of sense. But here's a couple of the articles. It's like, it would be a travesty to rebuild Notre Dame as a facsimile of the original, right? So just saying, like, it's shit. And they should make it into a new whatever. But Notre Dame is on fire, the most aesthetically pleasing visual I've ever seen. So, just some, I don't know when, some Asian girl. Of course, like every Asian person loves to take pictures. I don't know what the deal is with that, but they love to. Let's see here. So I saved some of the crap. Oh, here. This one. This picture is really got to me here. You're not going to like this one, guys. Look at this. This I was going to use this as like my thumbnail. Like, yeah, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. They think it's funny, man. A lot of people, they think it's fucking hilarious. What is this one? Female jihadi. What is this like? On Friday, female jihadi jailed over attempting car bombing outside Notre Dame Cathedral. So, this was on Friday, 3 days before the actual shooting. I mean, the fire. And if you look at the Christchurch shooting or something like that, I think this is like, or not the Christchurch or some other fire or whatnot. This is exactly like 1 year to the date. And hold on, Al Akbar. Here's some more tweets of people that were like praising it essentially. Allahu Akbar. Nique la France et nique les porcs. Karma. Maintenant, on détruit et on fait une mosquée. So they're going to build a mosque there. It's karma. Yay, ha ha ha. So this is all the French Muslims there that the French people take in, and then they go and they laugh, and they're like, oh, this is hilarious. This is funny what's happening to these people. That this is the future of France. You guys, like, wake up to it already that, these people are not going to preserve our monuments, our history, our culture. They're going to replace it. They're gonna, put something else there instead of mosque. Look at Turkey. Look at all the countries that the Muslims have taken over, and that's what they do. They just convert everything. I thought it was like savages. Je souhaite la prochaine pour, they want the Eiffel Tower next to be fucking burnt down, right? And it's really frustrating to see this fucking shit, and and we're told not to be quiet about it, that this isn't happening, that there aren't people praising it, that there aren't people happy about this shit. So what was this? Christchurch mosque shooting, date March 15th, 2019. And this date also April 15th, 2019. Or 2 consecutive terrorist attacks March. Well, that could just be a coincidence, though. That could just be a coincidence, but this guy really pisses me off. This guy really got to me because he's like just some like gay Muslim who's like, this is hilarious. This is my reaction to global white supremacy that's going on right now in the country. Global white supremacy having a meltdown. Me? Yay. Ha ha ha. This is, 747 likes. It's funny because you would be murdered and thrown off a fucking building in your country, but you're like, haha, global white supremacy is having a meltdown. Well, guess what? You're going to be fucking killed. Like, that's what's going to happen. Not by my hands or anybody. Not that I'd want that to happen, but that's what's going to fucking happen, you idiot. But yeah, diversity is our strength. It's going to be good for us. Like, these people are all retarded, just plain fucking retarded. But what do you do? What can you do for these people? They're stupid. They're brain dead, irrelevant. It was the Jews. No, wait, it was the Muslims. No, obviously it was the incels, probably a white supremacist, and definitely Trump's fault. Yeah, I've seen some people say it was Trump's fault. Why aren't you giving money to Flint? Particularly hate white people, whether they are Muslims or not. Yeah, pretty much. Gay Muslims. Look at the $3 biller. Brown people are the children of Cain. Oh, well, I'm not a religious person, so I'm not gonna believe in that shit. They're just different evolutionarily. But where did I fucking... There was a couple other tweets that I had fucking saved. Son of a bitch. That's really frustrating that happened, like right at the beginning of this stream. Thanks for staying with me, guys. That was nice. But I really don't believe that this was an accident. I really don't. I do roofing, and if you're going to do any type of hot work and stuff too, you have to do a 2-3 hour fire watch, and it would be extensive on a historic building. And actually, accidents do happen, right? They can happen. Like I knew a guy who burnt down a historic building, right? Like in Winnipeg here. He was just stupid. He didn't put fire tape, which is this type of fire thing that you put over cracks that you don't know what's in the crack, right? Maybe there's a bunch of flammable stuff, so you don't want to be shooting a torch down in the crack. But this guy, like an idiot, just did it anyways. And then they left for the day. They didn't do a proper fire watch thing, and it burnt down, right? But something that's like 800-900 years old would take a long time. Plus, if you saw the video I showed earlier with that French architect that said that no, they did all the wiring, they did all this, there's a very small chance of this being cause accidentally. And then, you know, clearly there's a video that you see that there's somebody on the roof and there's a flame. And then you see, like, you know, those Muslim guys with the happy, smiley faces, just he. This is great. This is an amazing thing that's happening. And it's sad, but, you know, this is the future of France. I really hope people wake up to that. And I see all these different people right now saying, oh, we need to remake it into, you know, a cultural center or this or that, or it needs to, you know, no longer seem like white people built it or something anymore. It wasn't that, but it was like it needs to be more representative of the new France, right? The new people of France, not the white Europeans. But then at the same time, there's no such thing as white and European. You're always diverse, blah, 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 right? Here, what was his name? Beagle. One sec here. What was this guy? Jamil Orwell and Good. Yeah, he's Battle Beagle. If you guys go to that guy's Twitter account, he's got some good stuff. Battle Beagle. I think I found a good amount of info on his page about the there as well. Orwell and Good, but Battle Beagle on Twitter on Twitter. Okay, well, yeah, this girl here, right? This is frustrating, and this is also a pattern that you will notice. So, you know, how should France rebuild Notre Dame? You know, L. Dixon, right? As an extremely Jewy Jew, I think it's okay to be anti-Semitic. I just listened to Israel 1. As a Jew who doesn't necessarily ID as a Zionist, I would dispute some details, but ending was really powerful. You're truly a beautiful writer. So, you know, as you see, she's a Jew. Mock that Easter story all you want. As a Jew, I know absolutely none of that shit. Okay, we get it. But she's the writer of this story that was pretty much saying, we need to re-envision, you know, the church from a white European to something that's more culturally representative of today, right? This is funny, right? Like, and Muslims in Britain have zero tolerance of homosexuality, says Paul. Muslims and LGBT people should stand together, not fight each other. This guy's a twat, by the way. Total twat. It would be a travesty to rebuild the Notre Dame as I can't even say that fucking word. Fastest smile. I don't know. This guy looks exactly like the guy who tried to burn down the St. Patrick's Church in New York City just like yesterday. Like, this guy looks exactly like the guy who's pretty much like an incel, a leftist incel. But you see, the media is very quiet on that. Hey, they're not talking about that because he was a professor, a philosophy professor, most likely on the left. I think they tried tying him to the right or to Trump with one tweet or one message, but they're like, okay, this is pretty shitty. Yeah, he's most likely a left winger. Let's ignore this. Public health officials call for STD testing amid resurgence of syphilis. Yay, old age disease. Gang rape victim is raped by police officer after going to station to give details of crime in Pakistan. Yeah, you know, don't go to don't live there. You know, Mongolia has built a massive statue to Genghis Khan. The sensibilities of the Arabs, Central Asians, Persians, Eastern Europeans, and other groups that suffered under his hand didn't matter. Why? Because Mongolia is a home of Mongolians. Mongolia is for Mongolians, right? Fuck everybody else. Let's build our monuments to our people, and everybody who's offended by them can go suck a fucking dick, right? And that's what everybody else does. Why don't we do that? Oh, well, people, they didn't like it, and, you know, it offends them. Yeah, you know, so I think there was a couple tweets here. Yeah, see, this is the funny thing in the UK. Pedophile caught with over 1 million sex abuse images spared jail. You know, a man who had over 1 million indecent images of children has been spared jail for the 3rd time. Okay, man who called for Muslim to be gassed and sterilized is jailed for hate speech. Right. So you know, it's just, you know, I don't recommend saying that shit, but why do child rapists get off so fucking easy? This guy's a good guy. You should check out his videos. He makes good content. Rams Paul. The role of the modern journalists is to create and amplify the narrative designed by the establishment. Where else did I see? I know there was something else on his page. Oh yeah, this is Michael Moore. White people. Nobody likes giving up power, and they never see the writing on the wall. The new day arrives, and no one has the heart to tell them they and their old tired privilege ways are over. Like, fuck this piece of shit, man. Like, but you see how just open people are about white people become a minority, but then at the same time we're not supposed to talk about it because it's a conspiracy theory, and it's bad to talk about because this and that reason. You're like, what the fuck? Glad you have the expertise on this subject. Joyce, yeah, they want to give it a modern globalist theme. Fact mill. Same dude brought measles into Canada. Yeah, there's some guy who brought measles and it was from Israel or something like that into Canada. Now, did AJ say it? Now, how did AJ say it? What did I say? Such a fat fuck. Hey, Kloom, how's it going, buddy? Of course, it's the best live stream ever. Of course. Michael Moore is a bleeding heart liberal. Well, yeah, he's not even. I wouldn't even consider him a bleeding heart liberal. He's like a subversive fat blob of a human excrement piece of shit. That's what Michael Moore is. He's not even, you know, I don't know what he is, but he's just subversive and bad. He's a bad person. You know, people think they're empathetic, right? They think they're very empathetic and good, like these liberal people, but really it's not empathy whatsoever. Because if you don't have empathy for your own people and yourself, which Michael Moore clearly doesn't have empathy for himself, because if he did, he would probably take care of himself. You know, you don't listen to people like this, right? They have dark hearts, right? Dark souls, right? They want to see the destruction of white people, and you know, and then have other people lift it up because they think that's what will be good for society. They're like, oh, you know, we would rather, we don't want to have other people, you know, just achieve more. We want to bring you down a couple pegs, right? Hey, Kelly Day, how's it going? You off tomorrow, Claude? Happy Easter, guys. Oh yeah, happy Easter. Hopefully there are no more attacks and church burnings like was attempted in, like I said, St. Patrick's in New York City with that leftist lunatic. And it's so funny, right? There was in France about 1,000 attacks on or vandalism occurring to churches in France, right? And then maybe like 100 to mosques. But all they ever talk about is what happened to the mosque. And then like there's way more severe damage at these churches a lot of times. At the mosque thing, there's like somebody, I don't know, uses chalk and writes something or throws bacon next to it or something like that, right? And you're like, oh my God, right? It's so disproportionate, but like we all know about this stuff. We all know that these churches in France and all this is a common occurrence, but everybody who's not paying attention to the stuff that we're paying attention to doesn't know all this, doesn't know about the guy on the roof with the fire, right? Doesn't know about the guy in the balcony that the mainstream media is trying to dismiss as somebody else right now. Where else did I had that? I wish I had that shit. Here's another tweet though that's pretty fucked up. and it just kind of shows you what the hell is going on right now. And people, we need to wake the fuck up and understand that, look at this girl, like Samia Amatullah, right? It would be great if Native people and Africans in Minnesota could decide whether whites are permitted to stay there or have to relocate. Same goes for Oregon, all 50 states. So, see, this is a common theme with these fucking people, right? With this type of thinking. And if we think that what's going on in South Africa is only happening there because of their history, I think we kind of have like another thing coming, because a lot of people think that all white people stole literally everything. And now these people literally, they're imported, probably refugees or something, into Minnesota, right? Isn't that Minnesota now like the Muslim capital of fucking America or something? And now there's like, we're going to take over. So, as Africans and natives, well, guess what, natives? You could group up with them, but once we're out of the way, you're fucking next. Like, they're not going to like keep giving you money, right? That's the thing, right? It's like, what are these people think they're going to get all their money? Do they understand that white people pay 90% of the taxes in America, like in these countries? Do they really understand this? Because with us gone, like, the country's gonna be a lot poorer. It's like they're so stupid, but let them do what they want to do. It's funny. Barbecue lettuce. Oh yeah, it's delicious. Are you joking, Mitchell? Gives you special powers. I've seen that. I seen somebody saying there. I saw that on, what do you call it? Gordon Ramsay Kitchen Nightmare, and he went to a restaurant and they were grilling lettuce, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what the hell are you doing? They are bringing them here to outnumber us and are preparing for war on white people, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. That's what it seems to be, right? There's this constant otherization of white people going on in the media and TV, and it's just so blatant how people are just dehumanizing us and shit, and it's just gonna get worse. Here, one sec. Here's another one, right? I wish all that didn't fucking get destroyed, right? I can't wait till whites are replaced. See, this is funny, right? This one makes me laugh. Okay, this is funny. I can't wait till whites are replaced 6 hours later. White replacement doesn't exist. Right? So white Christian men get blamed for everything else. I can't wait until you're all replaced. And then, this white supremacist thinks I'm sick because I taunted someone about the non-existent Great Replacement, aka white genocide. Jack, can you please replace these Nazi accounts with non-Nazi accounts? You're sick, get help. That's all he said. You're sick, get help. To this, he responded, you're sick, get help. I can't wait till you're all replaced. Which he was, oh, this doesn't exist, but you're all being replaced, but you can't talk about it, but you can't speak about it. It's like, fuck you, man. Seriously, go to fucking hell. Here, one sec here. I know I had some other articles, some pretty fucked up shit. So The Blaze, man, The Blaze. I don't read The Blaze, but it was there. 1930s mural showing only white people removed from middle school since it doesn't reflect diversity of student body. Yeah, too many white people. See, diversity means less white people. White. No diversity. Oh, there's a black horse. It's gray. It's grayish. Not really. No, it's a black bird. I mean, it's blue. Kind of like a dark blue. Yeah, see, racist. Racist. All racism. Chicago area middle school has removed a 1930s mural that depicts only white people after parents and students complained it didn't reflect or represent the diversity of the student body, the Chicago Tribune reported. The 1937 mural, see, doesn't matter how old it is, how much meaning, how much history there is behind it, tear it down because it doesn't represent your new masters, your new people that are coming in and that are fucking replacing you. The paper said child in sports winter has been displaced in a Julian middle school. What did the school's principal say? Blah, blah, blah. He's saying, the family want it removed. Students and parents about the mural. According to the paper, the students and parents who approached the administration felt the mural did not represent diversity. So, this is fucked up. It removes our history professor emeritus, American art, modern art, and museology of the University of Illinois at Chicago told the Tribunes he's concerned about the precedent set by removing the artwork. This was simply a fact of what the community looked like in 1937. It doesn't show anyone in a bad light. I think it's tragic. It removes our history. Taking it out of the education system is censorship and eradication. See, but this is what has to happen, right? They have to eradicate our history. They have to eradicate, and even with that new church, they want to rebuild it into some multicultural museum or some shit, right? It's ridiculous. They could develop their own writings to say how they feel about it. There's opportunity to educate for education or having a new mural to contrast it, right? They see that they don't want to do that. They never want to just have another mural or something else beside it. They want to take it down and destroy it, right? That's what they want to do. It's canceled. What was this? Oh yeah, this was pretty fucked up here. So library collections proliferate whiteness with their very existence. Library Journal tweet promotes feminist librarian's perspective. So yeah, once again, too many white men writing books. We do too much. We write too many books, guys. We got to stop writing so much. And this is what they're trying to do to us. They're trying to make us dumber. They're trying to, make us less educated. They're trying to do all this stuff. They're trying to knock us down a peg. But see, our libraries are too white. Our history is too white. So what do? They go into our history and they're like, wait, actually, Joan of Arc was a black woman. And this person, actually, no. In your history, I was seeing people starting to take credit for Western civilization. Muslims and stuff were taking credit. They're like, if it wasn't for us preserving this and that, you wouldn't have this and gotten to where you are, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, man, don't take credit for our fucking history. It's really sickening what is happening to Western countries right now. And it's frustrating. It gets me more and more enraged being told by people who just come to my country that I'm less of a citizen or I'm just an immigrant like them or whatever. I'm like, are you kidding me? My ancestors were the first people. My fucking great was the first white woman in Western Canada. So was my fucking great-grandfather, like Jean-Baptiste Lagimodière, was the first fucking settlers that came, like French settlers that came, or white people that came to Canada, to the West, like his grandparents stuff came before him, built, settled the land, created it from nothing, and set the roots that we have today, set the foundation for the society that we have today. And we're being told, well, things change and this and that, and increasingly more and more I'm just starting to get more fed up, and something needs to be fucking done. And I'm not going to say anything violent or anything like that, but I can't take these smug pieces of fucking shit just spitting on our culture, our history, laughing as it burns, saying it's a good thing. There's a quote by like Ari Shafir, who is like, oh, it's great that it burned down, blah, blah, blah. Us, good thing that us Muslims and Jews teamed up to burn it down, right? And yeah, it's a joke. He's a comedian, and I can understand. I can understand it's a joke, right? But if it was the reverse with any other group, and a mosque burnt down that was like a sacred mosque, and he was like, yeah, us, this and that, we burnt it down. Fuck those people. Like, they would be removed, deleted, right? And while you have people on the right wing being deleted because they say, learn how to code to journalists, or like, learn how to code, or they tweet like an NPC meme about NPCs. Oh, this is hateful, divisive rhetoric. You need to be removed from Twitter. But these people can say whatever they want, make fun of Christians, spit on it. And it's like, I'm not even religious anymore, I'm not even a Christian, but this makes me the more I see people attack them, the more I want to defend them, the more I want to get to defend Christians and stand on their side and stuff, and be like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? And you see a lot of people, I see Haiti right now coming out and saying they want France now to pay them back for reparations that they had to pay back France, because France went to them and made them pay them money, Haiti, when they left, when they got their freedom or some shit, right? They're like, well, you can have your autonomy, but you got to pay us for all the lost money, right? And they already paid off the debt by like 1947, and then they got into massive more debt with this one leader from the 1960s to 80s. And then a lot of it has been forgiven by France. 77 million has been forgiven by France just recently. A bunch from other nations. America is paying off the debt for Haiti right now. But you have them right now asking for France to pay them back for all the money they gave them between like 1890 and 1950, and you're like, okay, you're coming up with the tab 70 years later, and be like, France, right after the cathedral was burnt down, because I guess they saw all that money pouring in, right? But a lot of it wasn't coming in from the government; it was coming in from these like philanthropists and these rich billionaires. But then again, there was, I think, a massive tax subsidy as well for building or putting money towards the cathedral, which is stupid, right? I don't think that should exist. I don't think there should be a massive tax subsidy, like 90%, I heard, but I don't know if that is true or correct. But nonetheless, it's pretty ridiculous. Let me check out the chat. Vikings discovered Greenland first, and Greenland is part of North America. That's true. You're right. Well, they actually discovered Canada as well first. It was called Vinland, and they had a settlement in like what is probably like Quebec or southern Quebec, they think, of what we know of. But it only lasted for maybe 20, 30 years, maybe longer, maybe less long. And then they didn't have a lasting settlement here, and that's the only thing. So they technically came here first, but they never colonized it. They never opened up trade routes like Columbus did. And that's the thing. That's why Columbus is so great. It's not because he discovered America. It's because he opened up a lot of trade routes and discovered a lot of trade routes that helped with the economy of, England and whatnot, right? And yeah, Newfoundland as well, right? Yeah, I was actually looking up some history about the Vikings and stuff. And yeah, they're portrayed as barbarians, as this and that, but they were very advanced seafarers, and they traveled places long before other people did, right? And yeah, it's really interesting history with the Vikings. Do not trust white women. They betrayed white women and their own culture for forced diversity. Do you hear that, Julie, Linda, Faye? I don't trust you. I don't trust you guys. I don't trust you. You fucking sold us out for diversity. Julie is the worst one, is the worst culprit among us right here, I'm pretty sure. But Mama Bear too, yeah. She also sold us out. But yeah, I know what you mean, right? I kind of agree to some extent. Well, you're right to some extent. Jesus, see you later, buddy. Have a good night, man. I appreciate you coming by. But not all white women, right? Take our wrenches away then, AJ. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm sexist, right? Towards women. So, that's why I gave women all the wrenches in my chat. I'm like, okay, you guys can have it. Who did I sell out? Yeah, right. Exactly. Right. People just get here. They're like 18, 16 or like 20, 25. Like, you sold us all out. It was you. And they're like, I didn't even do anything yet. I just got here. I was just born. Right. But yes, many women fucked us out. Well, yeah, and it's not constructive at the end of the day to start labeling blame and stuff. And it's true that opening up some things made things worse, right? But in my opinion, democracy is really the main culprit, right? And the degradation of that was just inevitable anyways, right? It started off with, the majority of men were not able to vote to begin with too, right? It was just a small group, and then more, it's like democracy is just not good. Like, we can't allow, a lot of people to vote. And then, we especially when it comes down to age too, right? If we increase the age to 25 to 30 or something to vote, then that would probably be better, right? And make the things a little bit better. And I don't think we should take away rights by gender or race or anything like that. I think we need to just, because you don't want to potentially exclude a woman or somebody that could contribute a lot potentially, right? Like, that would be stupid, right? And because there could be that one woman or many women that, contribute something invaluable to society, to science, to whatever, and keeping them out would be really dumb, right? Or, positions of power or etc., right? That. But when it comes to voting, when it comes to control of resources and stuff, giving it to a lot of people is not a good idea. Giving it to children, giving voting rights to 18-year-olds is not a good idea. Single mothers, not all single mothers, right? I'm just saying, right? You gotta just live in a reality and understand that people are selfish. They're always going to be selfish, and that's unfortunate, right? It sucks that people are always going to be this way, but they're always going to vote for their self-interest. And this is why our society is dysfunctional now, because we have democracy, right? And we're never going to convince the majority of people to be educated or smart or philosophical or vote for the greater good of the country as opposed to the immediate needs of themselves. It's really hard to go and convince everybody to do that. Maybe they could be inspired by some great leader to be more giving to the community type thing and not so selfish, but I don't really see that happening. So I think that the best thing to do is just to reduce the power that other people have over your life in general, right? So that means taking away the voting right for everybody, essentially, or making the government so weak and have so little power that voting doesn't really make too much of a difference or doesn't matter too much, right? Because it's a problem, and it's a divisive construct in society, right? Democracy on a huge scale like it is right now is very divisive because it will constantly pit groups against each other for ownership of the government, the state, and its resources, and they're always going to fight and try to, one up each other, and then go and give a lot of money and resources to their group, and that's going to enrage the other group, and then they're going to be pissed off, and it's going to create more bitterness and hatred. Whereas, maybe you could have more of a multicultural society type thing where people could somewhat live in a multi-ethnic thing if there wasn't the government, like a prize up for everybody to grab. It's like, oh, if we grab it, and that's another problem, is that if you don't play the game, then other people are going to play it, and you're going to get fucked, right? So if you don't try to win it, if you don't try to, this is why it comes down to this whole identity politics thing, where people, think about, well, we shouldn't play identity politics. And to some extent, I agree, right? I don't think we should play it like the left plays it. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about what is happening to white people, what is happening to white replacement, the double standard that is going on with the news. Like, look at that one white kid that was thrown off a balcony. There's barely no talk about that. It was a black guy who did it. And look how the media frames it. Detroit man throws boy or accidentally throws boy from building. A lot of the things, like, it's ridiculous. But if it was the other way around, white man throws innocent black boy from this. And then there was another kid that killed himself in the UK for being bullied for being white. Like, there was another little girl, black girl, who was bullied, and she killed herself because she was friends with a white person. They bullied her because she was friends with a white person. But none of this is going to be given the same coverage, and it shouldn't be race baited about. But the problem is that all we see in the media is white people doing bad shit to black people, but in reality, it's massively disproportionate towards us, right? The violence being directed towards us is disproportionate, and the violence being directed towards them from white people is not nearly as big as the media and everybody is trying to make it out to be, right? But then if we start to point to this and start to say, hey, look at this, oh, you're just a racist focusing on this crime and black crime or whatever, and you're like, well, that's what you guys do. I must have to counter your shit, right? But we shouldn't play identity politics like the left, but at the same time, we need to understand that if we don't play the game, everybody else is going to play the game, and we're going to lose. If we don't fight for our interests, if we don't fight for the interest of white people, and just say it plainly, Western Europeans, right? Not even white people, because that's kind of like a trap that they'll use, right? And then they'll start to go and try to dissect the term of white and say, well, what is white and what is really white? But Europeans, right? It's good to, we need to fight for our heritage, for our culture and our history and our homes, because if we don't, nobody else will, and everybody else, and nobody will have sympathy for us. That's another thing. Nobody has sympathy for us. We're the this evil white man in society that deserves everything that happens to him. So if we want anything, we need to take it, right? We literally just need to take it and say, fuck you. We don't give a fuck what any of you say. Go to hell, suck my dick, right? That's pretty much what we have to do. We can't like be nice anymore. We can't say, oh, well, I'll listen to you and listen to your point of view. It's like, no, this is how we do things here. I'm not going to listen to you. You either comply, assimilate to our culture, or get the fuck out, because, we keep letting these people in. What's going to happen is our culture is going to get destroyed. And I saw a poll the other day, and it was showing that between Black, Hispanic, Asian, white people, Black people identify with their race like 80%, right, of them. Like highly identified. It's like a very strong. And then like Asians, Hispanics, it was like, very high to 70, 60%. And for white people, it was like 10% strongly identify with their race and their culture. And that is a good thing and a bad thing, right? Like it's good to overcome these types of things, right? But the problem is we're letting in a bunch of other cultures that haven't overcome tribalism, right? To the same extent we have overcome it. So doesn't mean we need to be like them. We didn't debase ourselves, but we need to understand that we're in a game and they're playing against us, and they have their group's self-interest in mind. If we don't have our group's self-interest in mind, we're going to lose. Like we are losing right now. Like our populations are dwindling. Like our monuments in France are being burned down, are being destroyed. And not by accident. That's bullshit. This was deliberate. This was deliberate. It doesn't seem like this was an accident whatsoever to me. And right away, they're trying to cover it up as much as they possibly can and try to minimize it. And, it's disgusting. And we know the reaction would be completely different if it was something else. And I just don't, when I see the lack of sympathy constantly all over Twitter and whatnot, you see these people kind of like praising essentially what happened, saying there's this one Jewish rabbi guy that said it was like divine punishment for burning a bunch of, I don't know, Talmuds in the 13th century or something like that next to there. And you're like, oh my fucking God, man. But see, these people, they have long memories. They remember the things that we do to them. But, we just forgive and forget. And we should forgive and forget, but understand that these people don't, right? These people are like, they don't. They have long fucking memories, right, of the bad things we've done. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that too. Although if somebody can find that video, send it to me, because I had it all linked up before, but then my fucking computer kind of crashed and then I couldn't bring it up. There's one guy who showed that video and he said, look, this is fake. It's clearly, one guy showed the video of the guy walking and it was a blue checkmark journalist. And he was like, oh, see, this is a fake video. It's a fireman. It's a fireman. But the guy, it looked like he's wearing more of a yellow type thing. And the firemen wear red or like an orange thing, right? So there was apparently a fire that started on the bell tower and on the roof. And there's a video of the guy on the roof. I can show that again here. One sec here. One sec. Where was this? Do I still have it up? Or did I get rid of it? Or no, it's here. But yeah, you see the guy on the roof. There's the flame. See, one flame. You saw. Psh. I'm not going to make the video go big because last time it fucked up my shit. Let's see here. Again and slower. See, that was a big flame. Big flame. Global white supremacy having a meltdown. See this. See, that's just like the epitome of what people think. These Hollywood movies, that's what they're fucking meant to do, right? A lot of these movies, it's just like, yeah, especially now, the whole slave shit, and it's usually some type of like black person taking vengeance on white people. And it's like, hilarious and great and fulfilling and shit. And you're like, man, this is like sadistic fucking shit a lot of the time. Attention Twitter, but yeah, just a bunch of retard NPCs being like, yeah. But then they see like googly eyes on a pair of shoes and they lose their fucking mind. And they're like, this is racism. This is fucking racism. How dare you? How dare you put googly eyes on his shoes? Katy Perry, this is clearly blackface you're trying to imitate, you fucking racist. But, you know, these people are fucking despicable. Was killed being stripped from YouTube. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to go and strip a lot of shit from YouTube. But, you know, I had some fucking crap. I had a bunch of stuff up earlier. But like I said, it got destroyed. Paris prosecutor said investigators are treating the blaze as an accident. And yeah, the fact that they came out and said it was an accident 2 hours after it happened, you know, it raises a lot of red flags for me. I really don't believe this. Allah Akbar, fuck France, blah, blah, blah. And there's some fucking architect guy as well. What is this? Being stupid and a retard. One sec here. Oh no, that's the TV arsonist. One sec. Oh wait. Okay, here. Yeah. Okay. Now I can find the other video here. One sec here. So, see, this is a video. This is this leftist on Twitter who tried to dismiss this. John Cardillo, America talk show host. He's like, a firefighter searching the building, not a conspiracy. His protective gear, helmet, and face mask are all consistent with Paris FD rescue gear. So, it's not, first of all, because if you see all the people, they're wearing red. But just the way the guy moves is really fucking weird. You know, it looks like he's throwing something, like he's walking. He's kind of like walking like nonchalantly, and he throws something to his right. His arm extends, he like drops something. I don't know. But why would there be one lone guy up on the fucking balcony here by himself? You know? What a coincidence. Just a couple of days after blocking a bombing operation into Notre Dame, it catches fire with explosives heard. Hundreds of churches attacked annually. Yeah, you know. I'm not saying it's Muslims, but it was definitely Muslims. Ugh, fuck. But yeah, right? You know, there's that. And then there was... oh yeah, this is another video I had up too of Fox Shepherd. He cuts off this guy who was starting to say, you know, it was an accident or it wasn't an accident.
Felipe Carcenti is on the line with us, a French elected official who is in Paris now. Felipe, what have you seen and what do you know?
Well, I was close to the scene when it happened, and now I left the place because we want to let people work around it. Everybody's really under shock now in France. I would tell you something. It's even if nobody died. I mean, it's like a 9/11. It's a French 9/11, you know, and it's a big shock. I mean, this church was there for more than 850 years. Even the Nazis didn't dare to destroy it. And you need to know that for the past years, we had churches desecrated each and every week in France, all over France. So, of course, you will hear the story about the political correctness, which will tell you that it's probably an accident.
Sir, we're not going to speculate here of the cause of something which we don't know. If you have observations or you know something, we would love to hear it.
No, I'm just telling you something. What you need to be ready.
No, sir, we're not doing that here. Not now.
Okay.
Not on my watch.
Okay.
Felipe Carcenti, it's very good of you to be here. We're watching the at least partial destruction of a world.
Yeah, that guy's scum. Shepard Smith, he's like just he's pretty much a leftist. I don't know why he's on Fox News, but he is. But, you know, not that Fox News is great, but like that guy's just a Hillary Clinton shill, like most of the time. I was born in St. Anthony, but lived just on the other side of the border, Labrador. We still spoke Newfoundlandese, no French in my little village. That's a video I linked above. It's really weird. A firefighter does not walk like that in all his gear. Yeah, exactly, right? That's what I was thinking. Like, he was walking very weirdly. The value of mainstream news content is nothing. All we know is that it lies. Yeah, I agree. Got to visit Notre Dame last month. Oh, that's great, Faye. I'm glad your grandfather did get to visit that. That's awesome. Sir, no going to speculate. We have our nose up the Muslims. Did he say we don't speculate? It's to Django Unchained. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You know, it's fucked up. I'll stick to Marvel movies. Just tuning in, first time listener, long time caller. Tim DeCoste. Hey, how's it going, Tim? But yeah, right. You know, this cathedral thing, I think, is going to be kind of an interesting topic in the next coming months or whatnot, because to see how they rebuild it in France is going to kind of be an indicator, I think, of what France is going to be, right? If the people rebuild it the way that it initially was built, then there's hope for France. Then maybe France can be saved. But if they rebuild it into some postmodernism monstrosity that looks like shit, where there's like, you know, some gay tranny with a dildo in their ass and a fucking you know, a Hindu temple and a mosque and a this and that all combined in one, then yeah, they're fucked. Then France that's pretty much like the nail in a coffin. If you're gonna desecrate the Notre Dame in that fashion, then you know that's you know, it sucks, right? My ancestry is from France, and yeah, I don't want that to happen to France, my homeland, essentially, my home country. Like, my home country is France, is Canada now. My ancestors have been here for more than 300 fucking years, but nonetheless, I still feel some type of connection still to that country, right? Macaroni confirmed it today. Winterpeg, eh? Yeah, it's Winterpeg. Yeah, we got a monstrosity museum here that they built. Looks like shit. No, I'm in Toronto. I'm in Winterpeg. There's no way that was a firefighter. He was in robes, head covered, red ice. Yeah, you know, it didn't look like a firefighter to me. Just the way the guy was walking, the gait, you would think that, you know, the way he was walking like a Muslim. That's what I'm gonna say. He was walking like a Muslim. He's all like kind of like, you know, just like doing some shit. So yeah, you know, I don't think with a dildo in their ass. What a description. Yeah, well, you know, that's what it's gonna be. That's modern art. That's modern art for you. It's like the most degenerate shit you'll ever see. And they're like, oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful art, right? You know, you should watch Black Pilled, right? He kind of breaks down some of that shit pretty well. And you know, just how modern art is just disgusting nowadays. And I've seen a lot of other people talk about it, and I've never liked it. I've never found it appealing, like where it's all just like randomly squiggly. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm like, I like actual, you know, pieces of artwork, right? And you're like, wow, you can look at it and stare, and you're like, you're not supposed to like guess the meaning of it and be like, what are all these squiggly lines, these dots and red blotches mean? It means absolutely nothing. You know, it's just more deconstruction of art to make us think that, you know, this is crap, that this crap is supposed to be beautiful or something, to destroy our perception of what beauty or something is supposed to be. They're just trying to, you know, disseminate it. I don't know what they're doing. But you know, check out the chat here. Kurt, AJ is freaking hilarious. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Happy Easter, FGM. FGM. Yeah, right. Same guy that designs burqas. Oh yeah, check out Fredrick Godzilla Menckin's channel, guys. If you haven't subbed to it already, you know, it's literally just his name. You know, copy paste it in the YouTube description, and then you'll get brought to it. My nationalist mind saw turban and dress skirting, right? Yeah. I think that you know, there's too many suspicions already, considering that the police and the fire people said that, like, after what, 2-3 hours, that it was an accident. No way. See, they're stupid. They gave themselves away immediately, and they have a huge incentive to keep this under wraps, right? They don't want more people going to Marine Le Pen or to nationalist parties, because they know that if they find out that Muslims really did burn this down, or somebody like that, or some group like that, then yeah, it would definitely enrage a lot of the French people, or I would hope it would. But maybe they're so cucked to the point where they'll be like, oh, well, you know, it's only one of them, yada yada yada, it's not a big deal, and they'll just keep doing what they're doing right now, right? And it's sad, right? When I made the video, I'm not trying to be necessarily a nihilist when I talked about the Notre Dame and not rebuilding it. But I was just like, man, if you guys are not going to do anything about immigration, it's just going to become a mosque in 20 or 30 years anyways. So wake the fuck up and take back your country. And doesn't mean you have to do anything violently or anything like that, but just reassert dominance of the things that your ancestors built for you. Fire wasn't even out. I knew it was going to be a 9/11 style non-investigation, right? It is me, not kidding. It's Happy Fox. Friendly, sure, looking that way. Most people go for bingo. My dinky little footer was so heavy. Let me check out my, what do you call it? My Reddit here. I think I saved a couple different articles. Burned to death for reporting sexual assault. It's an Afghani girl who's burned to death for reporting a sexual assault. It's like, okay. But here's that, the architect for the Notre Dame restoration thing again, saying that, you know, it's very highly unlikely that it was. Oof, that was loud. I don't know if you guys want to see this again, but I'll just go back to it just to, you know, for my French listeners, you can listen to it. It's really hard. Try to burn it. Well, I never tried, but old oak.
Et où vous mène cette réflexion? À quelle hypothèse elle vous amène?
Pas d'hypothèse que je puisse dire. Quelle hypothèse on pourrait dire? Ça a été vite. On aurait pu faire autre chose. Ça n'aille pas aussi vite. Moi, je me perds en conjecture. Vous savez, on a fait à Notre Dame, juste avant que je prenne ma retraite, c'est-à-dire dans les années 2010.
We updated all the electrical wiring in Notre Dame, so there's no possibility of a short circuit. We updated to conform with the contemporary norms, even going very far, and protection systems against fire in a cathedral, with elements of measurement indicators of aspirations and so on, which allowed us to detect the beginning of a fire at the bottom of the cathedral. I had 2 men at all time who are there day and night, and who are there to go and have a look the minute there's an alarm and to call firefighter. There's no doubt. Permanently, yes. Could there be a failure of the alarm mechanism? Impossible. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. But I have trouble believing it because, well, it was a colossal work. And then, you know, it's like at those construction sites, a historical monument, especially Notre Dame, technically normative, the control support, and so on and so on. That's significant. That's significant that you won't see anywhere else. So there, I have to say that I am rather stunned. So yeah, right. You know, like something as built, something as old and that, as is that we would have so many precautions being taken to make sure that it doesn't burn down, that like I've worked in city buildings, on heritage buildings before, and they make you take a lot of precautions. And that's for heritage buildings in Winnipeg that are like not even 100 years old, or like barely 100 years old, right? And this is 900, 1,000 years old almost. So they would take plenty of precautions. And so what, the media, this is why they're the enemy of the people, because they're not telling you all the information. They're not going to show all the videos of the people, in the buildings. They're going to attack and call us racist and Islamophobes when we point out that there are people celebrating this. Oh, well, just don't point out to it. But it's okay if you point out white supremacists celebrating the Christchurch shooting. Oh, well, that's okay. Tell us, let the media know about it. We're going to write stories and we're going to dox all those people. But oh, let's not look into this, and we can't really be sure that these people with Muslim names and that were with all these Arabic sounding Muslim names doing that happy smiley faces on Al Jazeera or actually Muslim. We're not going to go and look into that, right? Because that's going to create division and hatred and fear. But it's okay to say whatever the fuck you want about white people and condemn them and whatnot, right? So, just people need to wake up to what the hell is going on. Like, white people, we are the enemy. We are the enemy. They don't like us. They want us gone. They want us replaced. And that doesn't mean every person of color. I'm not saying every person of color thinks this way, but the fucking leftist and shit, for sure, they definitely, the people that are in the know, they know that white people are a threat to Marxism, to their power, to socialism, because we are more independent than a lot of other cultures and more individualistic, and that's kind of good and bad to some extent, right? It's kind of been some of our demise, but some of our greatest achievements are because of that as well. But a lot of other cultures just don't have the same as us, and they don't think the same. And once we're gone, it's not going to look the same. It's not going to be the same. And people just really need to wake up to that fact. And there is still time. There's still time to turn things around. I'm keeping my birch bark. Was my first gift for my new apartment. If it was a mosque burned down, it would have been white Christian supremacists guilty without investigation, right? No, exactly. That's the first. They're allowed to speculate and make all these speculations, but as soon as we speculate, when there's already 900 different attacks on churches from predominantly like Muslims and stuff in France, we're like, well, no, if you speculate, then you're a racist. White people went and stopped the Nazis. White people, you're spelling it like that too. Fredrick, I have a wood stove. Oak won't catch unless you have a good base on other wood going first. If it was a mosque and burned down, what's the deal with your mom's friends? Let me see here. I don't know if you guys got any other questions, bring it up. The French Revolution was a commie Jacobin tyranny, killing Christians. Yeah, there was. I wish I could send a pic. It's pure Canadian ambience. The average person is an idiot. It's called cognitive dissonance when the truth is too painful to accept. Yeah, that's true. That's true thought, police. A lot of people, yeah, it's they don't want to admit that white people created the world and the modern world, and people have a really hard time coming to grasp with that, and a lot of people are bitter about it. They don't like it, and they want to tear it down. They want to tear us down, and that's it. It's going to start with our monuments. It's going to start with the great things we've built in history and society, right? They're either going to convert it or destroy it. Oh, there's my freaking cat. the French from France are sissies now. That's true, right? That's very true. Yeah, that's why I really hope. We'll see what they do with the cathedral. If they rebuild it to the way it was originally, then maybe there's still hope for France. But if it gets turned into a mosque or something, then yeah, they're fucked. No money is still in Macron that he is behind this, or my money. Oh, come on, cat. Oppression is the enemy, regardless. Oh, fucking stupid cat. Oppression is the enemy, regardless of religious beliefs. Right. I agree with you, Claude. You were in France. I once had a Christmas tree with about 6 dozen Pilsner cans hanging from it. Took your breath away. Oh, yeah. Yeah, fucking... Yeah, I had some cheap Christmases, too, with like a lamp or something one year. Yeah, she answered. I was too busy sipping away. But yeah, I gotta find... I got most of the stuff. I can't really... Like I said, I had a bunch of these other articles up before, but then, like I said, my computer fucking froze on me. So then it all went away. But got anything else? If you guys got any questions or anything, other articles or whatnot you want to bring up, let me know. Battle Beagle. I know he's got some interesting stuff on his, though. I know I missed... Oh, yeah. This is pretty fucked up. This is I wanted to show this as well. Here. Check this out.
They're seeing advertisements on their local news about better opportunities here in America. Que todo el mundo sabe, en las noticias, en todos lados sale que Estados Unidos le puede echar la mano a uno. Mayra Aguilar brought her whole family with her from Honduras. She says they were being extorted by criminal organizations after refusing to cut gang members a portion of their family business profit. No traemos nada. Venimos a la mano de Dios. Dios es bien lindo, bondadoso, porque mira cuando nos tiene. The group decided to come after seeing several advertisements on their local news about free opportunities in the United States.
Yes, we've been told that we read it on a newspaper. That's why we're here. So their government, their news is telling them to come to America. This is what we've been saying. People are like, no, you're a conspiracy theorist. No, you're a liar. You told if you're a father, you can bring your child and you will be helped here if you're in that situation. So they're just stealing kids.
They'll be let go after processing, something this man tried to do. He traveled with a young child. Agents say it isn't his.
Oh.
Had the men admit to them that he was not the father of the child.
Look at these people.
I asked him why he did it.
Oh, it's the new trend.
He said he couldn't locate his
He's
own
probably a
paper.
pedophile.
Another way in. Smugglers are even advertising
He probably
this
sexually
online.
assaulted that kid.
We found this post showing prices depending on the route.
Probably
you
did.
take. Some of them even offering services via social media. This woman from Honduras says she paid the coyote because she needed to find a job in the United States in order to send money back to her family. And she's one of thousands who say they're seeking a better life. Reporting in the Rio Grande Valley with complete valley coverage. Sydney.
Jesus. Notre Dame was built in the Judeo-Christian heritage, Ben Shapiro. Why is there Judeo, It's like, no, it's Christian heritage, not Judeo-Christian heritage, but, like Jewish people, they always got to add that Judeo and like, oh, well, because us, well, this and that. Although I don't even know what the fuck it means, so it probably has even nothing to do with that. I have no idea. But here's that guy from the historic St. Patrick's Church. So, man arrested, 37-year-old man. But this guy is a, what do you call it, philosophy professor, a Apparently, he is like an incel or something, but he's a leftist. He is 100% a leftist. They're trying to make they're trying to tie this to Trump with one of his tweets or something, but no. This is why there's no talk about this anymore. This is why it trended on Twitter for about 15 minutes before it went away. And then it's like, oh my God, like what do you expect though, right? But yeah, like go to Orwell and Good, guys. Go if you're on Twitter, go to this guy, Orwell and Good, and Battle Beagle. He's pretty good. He's more alt-right, I guess, but Orwell is good. It's pretty good, man. Good. Maybe we shouldn't be overburdened by journalists who despise our culture. See, this is something, right? Listen to this. Architects and historians wonder maybe the new Notre Dame should be less overburdened with Christian meaning. Maybe we should destroy your history and your culture further and shit and piss on it because we don't like it. And it's not diverse. It's not diverse enough. We need more diversity in this church, and it's too Christian, you know. Christians are oppressive. We need more Muslims. We need to start throwing gays off of the rooftops to make it more diverse and more like a Islamic country, right? I think that's what he's saying. Pretty sure. Because that's what's going to happen, right? See this? This is where they're going to throw the gays off here and here. And they're going to land here and there. And this is where the new gay tossing spot is going to be in year 2100 in France. And then this is going to be filled with shit and piss and waste and excrement. And there's going to be graffiti all here. This is going to be like really dirty. And there's going to be like little stalls in front of here that are like, you know, they're made out of like linen or whatever, and they'll be selling like stuff out of like that. That's the future of France. Like that's what it is. Look at this girl. She was going to attack British institution with grenades, but judges were sympathetic. So yeah, this girl got let off, and you know, female privilege. What? Teen who was burned alive by a mob at her school after she accused her head teacher of rape. Yeah, so you know, all cultures are equal. All cultures are equal. Just remember that, guys. Remember how diversity is our strength, and that's who tell you any different are racist. They don't know what they're talking about. Come on, load you cunt. Who was burned alive by a mob at her school in Bangladesh. Oh, okay, well. You know, that's just their culture though, right? I shouldn't hate, you shouldn't say anything about it because this is just their culture, right? This is female empowerment. To be honest, like her wearing this, look how empowered she is. She was probably so empowered before they like murdered her, you know, and like gang probably raped her and beat her to death. They probably stoned her, right? She's probably felt so empowered before that happened, right? I guarantee it. You know, it's like, fuck. You know, all cultures are equal, guys. Just remember that. We're all the same. Oh, we're all interchangeable, right? What is this? Arson was supposedly ruled out as caused Notre Dame fire before any investigation, as it's still burning. 877 French churches were vandalized in 2018. Today, a man carrying two gas cans into St. Patrick Cathedral was arrested. Must just be a series of coincidences, right? London men. See, you know what? This is why it's really difficult to find statistics about black on white crime or whatever, because you can easily find white man does this to white boy or to black boy or whatever, but whenever it's the reverse, it's always like London man, Detroit man does this, right? You're like, okay. Not specifically for this specific case, but I'm just saying, like, for other ones. This guy, he's got a good Twitter account. He's got a bunch of Beagle, but yeah, he's more alt-right. There's the Ralph retort. Ethan Ralph. I haven't seen that guy in a little while. There was nothing offensive with the mural, but yeah, see, that's that white one. I was stopped to change my tire. See, this is an old story, but murdering you for getting revenge in the wrong, or getting in the wrong car. Yeah, that girl got. See, this is another attack that just happened recently to a white boy by a black man, right? Hit and run, suspect arrested. A boy's family credits viewer investigators for helping find the man who allegedly hit young boys with his car. Video showed suspect circling the area before allegedly running over the boys. Allegedly. It's always allegedly. Even when they're like, even when there's like clear image or video evidence of like a black person or a Muslim or whatever punching somebody in the face, like just clear evidence. It's always allegedly punched in the face, and there's like a video evidence. Like, it's not alleged. What are you talking about? There's clear. But then when it's like a right wing or whatever, they just speak in absolutes, and the language that they use is very like white supremacist Richard Spencer or whatever punched this person, hit them, did this, they did that. They oftentimes don't put allegedly unless they really have to, because they're worried about getting sued, right? But they're smart. They know how to like write articles. See, this is another guy. Notre Dame fire may be divine punishment, says prominent settler rabbi. Fuck that guy. These views are not all French. Look at this guy. Genuinely awful, but if you mourn for this one building and not say the entirety of Syria, your white supremacy is showing the Jewish worker. My only point, we weep for European monuments, but shrug at Europe's erasure of entire civilizations. Fuck that. I've seen more people tearing their shirts over this one European cathedral than the destruction of entire nations. If you care about one historic church, the entire historic nation, it's clear why. It's like, really? It's like, is this guy going through people's tweets? Do you like, oh my God, see, this is what they do to white people, right? We something bad happens to us, and we talk about it. We're like, wow, that's horrible that the cathedral is burning down. It's destruction. Well, if you care about this, why don't you care about this random building in Pakistan being destroyed? Well, what you care about this? Why don't you care about this? And you're like, this just shows your white supremacy. Blah blah blah. And you're like, oh my God, man, you just can't. There's no winning with these people. That's why you just can't even play their game. You can't like get into the game that they want you to play, right? And they'll always try to do that. And you're just gonna say, no, fuck you. Like, go to hell. I don't care what you say, what you think. Your comebacks like this. It's just, I don't know, meant to enrage us, essentially. So it's just, don't even listen to it. You'd be like, yeah, you're a fucking retard. You're insane. You're stupid. Move along. But yeah, this guy, like I said, he's got some good tweets. Typically. 1 second. I want to. The crime surge created by lead poisoning. See, this is weird. Straight men in bromance, kisses, cuddle, and stand around naked together. Like, what? Who is promoting this shit? Here, 1 second, guys. This is your future. This is your future, France. This is your future. See, that's the Rolling Stones article. The once again, the Jewish person. I'm sorry to say, but it's why is it always you people? You're making yourselves look bad. You're just making yourselves look bad. But for some people in France, Notre Dame has also served as a deep-seated symbol of resentment and a monument to a deeply flawed institution and idealized Christian European France that arguably never existed in the first place. So, France was always diverse, and your history means, and it was never great. France was never great. Charlemagne, Charles Martel, fucking Napoleon, all the history of France, and France is the greatest military power to have ever existed on the face of the earth. They have the most victories in battle compared to any other fucking nation, compared to losses. They have a great fucking history, a great culture, and for people to just shit and piss and all over it like these people, it's despicable. And it's disgusting. This is why these people, they're the enemy. The journalists, they're the enemy of the people. The building was so overburdened with meaning that it's burning feels like an act of liberation. Oh, yay. It's burning is so great. Well, you're a Jew. Why the fuck? How does it feel liberating to you? You fucking, what the fuck? Seriously? Oh my God. Says Patricio De Real, an architecture historian at Harvard University. Yeah, all of our architects today are just terrible. They're all terrible. I took a bog rip there. Notre Dame acquired even more overtly nationalist symbolism following its renovation in the 19th century by Eugene Emmanuel Viollet-Dulac, Le Duc, who is widely considered the godfather of modern historical architectural restoration. So, it's too nationalistic and too much nationalistic symbolism. We need to be more multicultural and it needs to represent the people, the new people of France, the Muslim people, the new people of Europe. Like that Times article they had a while ago, and they showed the cover. It was all like these Syrian refugees or something. This is the face of the new Europe. Did you already cover the would-be? Oh, sorry, I missed that. Did you already cover the would-be arsonist in New York? Yeah, that guy, the St. Patrick's guy. Yeah, I kind of went by him a little bit. Talk about the moron in New York. Well, I did have an article from Heavy about him up, and it had a bunch of information about him. BJ. Oh, BM, you're gonna get banned from my channel again if you keep going. Please post. I do not take your word for it, and you are wrong. You're a fag, BM. Yeah, get out of here. Keep censoring him. Keep censoring him. Yeah, Alpha. That's right. No Jews in the Twin Towers, right? Yeah, no, it's okay, but YouTube is still kind of stringent, and you got to be careful. Phaenox, all going for a night. Joke, you folks have a good night. See you on Saturday stream. Yeah, have a good one. Fredrick, take it easy, man. Baby Bush. Let me check the messages here. If somebody sent a super chat or something and I missed it, let me know in the chat right now so I don't ignore it accidentally. Tell us where. Judaism was invented at World War II to sell the Palestine conversion to Jewish homeland to Christians. Oh, okay. Jesus, they don't even believe in him, hanging on our coattails. If you are a terrorist, they will say incel. Right. Well, yeah, I just think that guy who went to the New Jersey thing was an incel. Well, send me a super chat, BM. Then send me a super chat, then, and I won't censor you anymore. Okay, good. Just making sure, because I don't want to accidentally, that $200 super chat I got the other day, right? I got $100, then another $100, and then You know, I was like, holy fuck, man. That was from a Cartman something. Good night, Fredrick. Yeah. I've got my deck speakers on Prime. Nation Pride, Northern Pride. Oh, you got your, are you playing this on your speakers at home? I know that Richard was doing that the other time. He was saying he's listened to it with his neighbors and that. But yeah, you know, and it's, I don't know what to say anymore about that whole France thing. It's now that there's a bunch more evidence coming out that it was potentially that people were on it, you're going to see the media no longer talking about it whatsoever. You know, like them talking about it for 1 or 2 days was too much. Oh, you are Richard. Okay. Oh, hey, Richard. Okay. I wasn't sure. It's a good channel. Yeah, I'll let you stay if you donate. If you donate, you can stay. If not, you all have to go right now. You all have to leave immediately. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Nobody left. Oh, okay, Richard, though, but I wasn't sure. We're bid speaker people. Yeah. But, you know, it's a lot of the reactions kind of got me a little bit. That's what kind of gets me more. And I got to kind of remember to control myself and to think, okay, these people, they're not always representative of the majority of people. And some people are just trolling as well to try to get a reaction out of you, right? And trying to get you angry. Like, what was Ari Shafir here? Let me see if I can find his tweet. But you know, another Jewish guy that's kind of like shitting on it. And you're like, okay, man. Ari Shafir. I don't know if I'm spelling it right. I don't think I'm spelling it right. No, that's the wrong one. Ari. Let me Google it here. Ari Shafir, and he'll probably give me his correct name. Come on, you bitch. One sec, guys. Ari Shafir. Okay, let me use Twitter. Let me go here. It should be in one of his recent tweets not too long ago. Did he delete it? Hope he didn't delete it. Okay, no. So, like I was saying before, like I kind of understand this. It's kind of like a joke, but at the same time, it's like, oh fuck. Sorry, my come on, get the fuck out of here. No software. Close. Ugh, God. My screen sharing failed there. It was like some stupid fucking shit. I don't know what was going on. But Notre Dame Cathedral was built so boys would have pretty things to look at while their religious leaders fuck their assholes. Those beautiful ceilings were the set dressing for the nightmares of innocence. I'm glad Jews and Muslims finally teamed up to burn that rape hut down, right? So, like I said, like it's a joke. I can get that, but I don't really like the double standard. How if you said this about any other group, you would be immediately banned from Twitter. Like, you know, Milo Yiannopoulos was banned from Twitter for making fun of Leslie Jones, and then people going and making fun of her and shit. Didn't even direct people to do anything to her. Like, you know, just people getting, like I said, the banned for saying journalists need to learn how to code. It's like, yay, us Jews and Muslims burned it down. This is great. Ha ha ha. You know, but whatever. You know, I don't want to get triggered by something like that because it's deliberately just trying to troll. But it's kind of an example of what you're allowed to do in society, what you're allowed to say in society, as opposed to what you can say about any other group. You can say whatever you want about white people, about our history, make jokes about something like our 900-year-old cathedral burning down right after it does, and it's all good, it's funny, and you know, I can get that, that's fine, but I just wish it was kind of the same with everybody else. Like next time there's a mosque that burns down or something like that, then I hope he makes like the same type of joke, and I hope he doesn't delete it and gets it deleted, right? Because there would be a lot more condemnation from the left if he did it about a mosque or something, and he'd probably, like, you know, back down, right? Or no, he wouldn't even make the tweet to begin with. But fuck the trolls, AJ. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, there's yeah, hit the like button and retweet. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna like temporarily put user in timeout. You're just a troll. I'm gonna ban you again because I unbanned you, BM, but you're just trolling and you're starting to piss me off. I believe in freedom of speech, but I don't excuse a-holes. Yeah, I believe in freedom of speech too, but one thing is that when you're in somebody's home, which is my home right now, doesn't mean I'll let you come and say shit to me. And like, you know, somebody comes to your door and knocks on your door and is like, starts yelling in your face. Are you just gonna stand there and like take it and be like, oh, you're against free speech, you closed the door on me, you closed the door, you're against free speech? It's like, no. you're just bugging me. You're bugging me, so I'm like, I'm just gonna get, you know, at least troll me good, at least come up with like, you know, better trolls. Be like, you're wrong, 2000, just because I don't like seeing the chat too much. I'd rather like snarky comments, like well thought out snarky comments that I can like kind of argue with and shit, as opposed to just like every third thing I see BM. Like, I don't even know why you fucking watch my channel. But oh yeah, I didn't see it. Boingo Bear, $5. Have a beer on me. Thanks for the stream. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate the donation, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, look, he's going at me. He won't leave me alone. Yeah, exactly. My house, my rules. Lots of Jews, white women in the chat. They spoil the truth. Oh, shut up, Jamie. What are you talking about? Better trolls. What the fuck? The trolls will cower. Yeah, yeah. All these damn white women are ruining the chat. Goddamn white women. We need the black women in here. We need the Caribbean women and the Asian women in here instead. All right, guys. Faye, Linda, Fox. That means you gotta go. That means you gotta go. No, I'm joking. Don't go. Don't go. Stay. Stay. Oh, hey, Ruby. How's it going? Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, we're still kind of talking about the cathedral, more or less. But yeah, I think I'm more or less done with that. Don't really have too much left to cover on that. Like I said, I had a bunch of other tweets, I think, or some other info, but I think I was able to find most of it. But it was really annoying how the first like fucking 5 or so minutes I had to like you know, like find it, open it up new and shit. It was really annoying. What else? There's some disinformation. Alberta students walk out in protest of UCP policies, of course. Oh yeah, by the way, Chick-fil-A is coming to Canada in Toronto. So oh yeah, also I heard that Syrian refugees are all going to have their loans you know, completely exonerated, or you know, they're not going to have to pay them off anymore from the, like, you know, the Canadian government. Catholic churches are being desecrated. Okay, no, I was just looking for some other news, but I can't really find too much right now. Probably you fuck, keep coming, milk them, cover the libs losing. Oh, the libs? What do you mean in Alberta, or you mean in the coming election for Canada, like the federal election? Yeah, if the mosque burned down, there would be a huge tragedy. Just stop to drop off the info and let you know I'm thinking of you. Oh, thank you, Ruby. Great info. Check it out later. Okay, let me check out the info here. Let me see. What is more likely, Notre Dame religious attack or FF by Macron? What do you mean by FF? Or a FF? Or a fucking fuck? What do you mean? Have to go, folks. We are busy tattooing tonight. Big hugs. Oh, take it easy, Ruby Tat. Maybe I'll get a tattoo from you for a discount one day. I don't have any tattoos, so who listens to a bowel movement anyways? Oh, false flag. So what was it? Was it more likely Notre Dame religious attack or false flag? I would say a religious attack. I would see no incentive for Macron to do that, because that would just be bad for him. He would most likely, like, it's not good to burn down the cathedral, because then people would think it's a Muslim, and that would drive up the immigration sentiment and the more of the populist sentiment, and that's something that he wouldn't want, right? So it would make more sense that it's retaliation, or it's just what's been going on in France for the past couple of years, all this constant vandalizing of religious symbols and churches all over the place, right? It's oh, thank you, Ruby. And who's the fucking boomer? Yeah, Faye, who's the boomer? I'm sickened by the Muslims chorting about Notre Dame, no longer defending him. They're now just as bad as the Islamists now, right? And that's the thing too, is that I'm really losing my sympathy on a lot of different things. Now, I used to be more like, okay, but now I'm more like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, I don't care about you people. Like, nobody cares about us. Why should I give a shit about anybody else? That doesn't mean I want violence, or doesn't mean I want anything bad to happen to people. But I mean, don't expect me to show sympathy for you in the future, because I see very little for me. But that doesn't mean I'm going to debase myself and laugh about things that get destroyed in other cultures, or if something were to happen to them. And I'm not gonna, I'm not the type of person to go and be like that and go to their level and be like, oh, well, now I'm gonna laugh at you, right? But I'm not gonna show you sympathy. I'm not gonna come and say like that sucks, or condemn it or anything like that. I'm gonna stay quiet, right? I'm not gonna say anything, because like, why would I defend anybody who laughs at things that mean something to me, right? And like, why would I help people that laugh at the destruction of my culture, that laugh at me being replaced in my own countries and my culture being destroyed and desecrated and trampled upon? Like, well, why would I come and defend anybody for doing that, right? Hey Taz, how's it going, buddy? A stream with Faith Goldie, intriguing. Who's doing a stream with Faith Goldie? Would you do a stream with Faith Goldie? Oh yeah, I would do one with Faith Goldie. Why wouldn't I? I like Faith. But yeah, apparently she's a Zionist shill or something. I don't know. She talks about white replacement, and that's all good with me, in my opinion, right? If you're talking about that, then I don't see much of a problem. Someone had to make that comment, waited for it. Which comment? The Zionist shill one? I don't know, man. I think there may be some people are probably like, shills for this or that, but I think largely there's a lot of this stuff being put inside of the right-wing community to try to create division and try to make us distrustful of other people that could be our allies and to just kind of divide us more, right? I think that we got to be careful, right? If Yellow Vests get blamed somehow, definitely a false flag, right? Yeah, right. I don't think they're gonna get blamed. That would just make no sense to anybody, right? That Yellow Vest would destroy that shit unless it was Antifa or something. But I don't know. I think I don't see the government having an incentive to inflame tensions, or not inflame tensions, but inflame the French people and their nationalistic tendencies because of destroying their monument, right? Like that's just, I would think it would be more of a Muslim, most likely, because they have less to lose. Oh no. Well, you destroyed it. You're destroying more art, Taz. You're just like the Muslims. You're like the ISIS, going to different countries and blowing up statues and whatnot. I'll ask her if that's cool with you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I would do a stream with Faith Goldie. I might do one with Greg Johnson in the future at some point, but I wanted to look him up more and learn about him a little bit more before I brought him on, so I can ask him, kind of like better questions and stuff. But also I'm supposed to have Canadapoli on potentially as well. Yellow Vest Day is Saturday, has been for like 3 months. Oops, okay. Make no sense for them to do that on a Tuesday. Right. Yeah, exactly. Let me check something here, though. Man arrested. Let me see this. U.S. Patriot Brigade. Yeah, I went to this guy's. This is kind of funny. I kind of show you guys this. I'll show you guys. It's pretty funny. Like, this is diversity. Jesus Christ. You guys hear about this? 300 asylum seekers surrounded by armed militia on New Mexico citizens. So, like, 3 armed militia like held up 300 asylum seekers, then turned them over to ICE. I'm like, that's fucking amazing. I'm like, that's great. See? I'm like, if only I think if we were, I don't even think we're legally allowed to do that in Canada. Maybe we are. If we are, that's what we should be doing. How white liberals will wake up. What is this? Self-esteem, love belonging. White liberals can be maddening. They proceed through life happily proclaiming their life devotion to progressivism, completely oblivious to the brewing demographic dangers on the horizon. Indeed, most polls show them doubling down on their beliefs in the era of Donald Trump. If you try to warn them, they will stare at you blankly. If you are a friend or relative, count yourself lucky that they still tolerate you and your beliefs. Unfortunately, such delusional obstinacy, I can't even say that, cannot be ignored. Their views are a fundamental component of a broader systematic threat to Western civilization. History has shown what the world European peoples can accomplish when we are reasonably united. No foreign enemy or ideology could destroy us without the assistance of a substantial share of our own people to turn the tide. We must win them back. White liberals are neither evil nor irredeemable. They are temporarily misguided. The longer history of white liberalism, which in the past was far more hard-headed and realistic, clearly shows how much the latest iteration has gone off the rails. The road to perdition may be paved with good intentions, but most of them will be awakened before we get there. Our collective struggle will be difficult, but they will be standing with us when we emerge on the other side. It looks like a long fucking article, actually. I'm not going to read that. That's pretty fucking long. But that might be interesting. Oh, well, I already have it up. I can save that. I can copy. I'll put that in the chat. Somebody wants to read that afterwards. Notre Dame fire leading Israel rabbi says there is no mitzvah to burn down churches abroad in our holy land. However, this issue is more complicated. What the hell? Holy shit. Get off my stage. You just like fucking decked the shit out of her. Oh my god. Oh. Holy crap. If that was a white man doing that to a black woman, you know what would be happening right now though, right? You know they're like the reaction, but they're like, yeah, Betsy. Yeah, Betsy. Look at this guy too. Just punch this guy out of nowhere. That's like a killing blow too. That guy's probably dead. Like look this guy. He was like a sucker punch too. Like he just put his arms down. Black on white violence. Black on white violence. Oh, well, that's not going to be in the news. And once again, that video again, here's the culprit. And you see he's on the roof. Flame. See the flame. More black on white violence. This girl wasn't doing anything. Just sucker punched. Hit. Someone needs to find this girl a safer school to go. She seems to be a target at this one, right? You know, like, that's the thing, man. This is diversity in the future. Like, white people, your kids are going to be fucking targeted in school. Just come to that fucking realization. So put them in boxing class and MMA. Teach them how to fucking fight. And, you know, do that because you're gonna fucking need it. Muslims are showing here trying to take over JFK Airport. Look at that. JFK Airport. This is America. This is America. If you think this is gonna stop, think again. If you think they're just gonna, stop growing, that's not the history of Islam. Not at all. Not at all. But, this guy seems like he's got an interesting Twitter feed. I've never really seen his stuff before. But, Brittany Pettibone, she's not bad. Good looking woman. Good looking woman. Traditional. They're gonna have white babies. They're gonna have a lot of white babies. But see, like this, this is the type of fucking stuff women should be wearing, right? You know, it's modest, not so much makeup, barely any makeup. Like, her tits aren't showing. She's not, doesn't look like a whore. You know, that, like, who are our role models? Who are the role models for girls today? It's Cardi B, who drugs and steals from men, who's admitted to drugging men and stealing from them. And she shakes her fucking ass, and you see her asshole, and you fucking, like, that's the role models. Cardi B, or it's the Kardashians, which are promoting like essentially race mixing, which, like I said, I'm not against race mixing or anything like that. Like, I'm not against that at all, actually. But when that's all you see being promoted in the media and TV and everything, you're like, okay, this seems like fucking agenda. And it's like, what you know what is the result of all those fucking women, and most of them dating the black guys? They all get cheated on. So it's like, it's not a good pairing. White women, black men. I'm just saying, it's not a good pairing. But Thomas Sowell, he's pretty fucking woke. Media silent. Third church burned to the ground in Ontario. The cause of the fire at St. James Anglican Church is deemed suspicious. This is the third such fire in the area in the last month. An unoccupied building without any reason starts on fire. Huh. I didn't even know about this, right? See? See? If this was an Islamic temple, we would know about it. I would know about this.
Based on the history of the
OPP in the office of the fire marshal. It's the third suspicious fire in the area in less after a home and
I don't know why it always does this fucking. But yeah, so I didn't even know about that. Priest. Yeah, guy assaulting a priest in a gas station. Well, you know, if this guy was assaulted a Muslim, we'd hear about it. But we don't. There's Laura Loomer with her new nose. Her new nose. Well, she looks better, you know, than before, to be honest. Not as bad. So what is this? Source from left-wing activists didn't present the accurate information. They're attacked and tackled by a crowd, Netherlands, while trying to arrest this man. Oh, so yeah, they're attacked. So probably, you know, they were like, oh, Muslims are being attacked by police. Oh, well, now we have video evidence of them being attacked as well. So what are you going to do? But look at this guy. Like, he's mad. I can't remember the story, but you know, yeah, kind of went into it. What is this? Paul Joseph Watson has got some decent stuff. Is this the church? What is it? Where is this? Is this in Paris? What the fuck? Are they cutting? Is that a saw? Yeah, that was a saw. He was sawing that cross. What the fuck? You see? You see? I don't know if that's even Paris, but probably isn't. But nonetheless, that's a Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. Wake the fuck up, liberals. Wake the fuck up. You know? But will they? I don't think they will. The mainstream media is prime for blaming white Canadian as bad guy. Yeah, you're right. Let me miss some stuff. Let me go up the chat here a little bit. Holy fuck, did the West get destroyed so fast? Who asked for your sympathy? Shut up, BM. You're a fag. Classic chimp out. Oh, shit. Nice, you found some old sports footage. The skill's impressive. This world history without us, you would be in the mate. Boomers, man, don't even get into this boomer fucking discussion, man. But don't go touting about how great you are though. That's gonna start some shit, man. Cause you know, don't even start with that shit. Ramadan starts May 6th. Badung ching. It's amazing how long 300 seconds feels when you're eager to end about. Oh yeah, he got flushed out after Alberta election. She needs Juan Guaido tattoo. You can tell it's stinky. Great show. Oh, thank you, real Kathleen. Yeah, well, Alberta. You know, it's I knew the NDP was gonna lose. It's funny how the media was saying that it was close, and I'm like, yeah, this is clearly a lie. But and they have like what 80 seats. I think NDP has like 20 or something. But you know, it doesn't. It was just a fluke that the NDP won in there to begin with. So it was like a temporary lifeline for Trudeau that kind of like helped him putter along. But you know, if they had more opposition in Alberta from the start, that would have been better. And she was doing like some weak opposition against Trudeau, pretending to fight for their interests, but at the same time, you know, introducing all these regulations to make it harder, you know, on carbon emissions and all of this. So it's like clearly that's going to affect gas, right? They're like, oh, don't worry, I'm trying to build pipelines, but I'm also making it more expensive to have that fuel. It's like, well, that's not going to affect the market. Yeah, right. I don't watch really mainstream anything anymore. It's crazy to know what Sikh extremists is in power. But yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna probably end it for tonight. I'm getting pretty tired. You know, happy Easter. I hope that there is not another mosque burning or any type of religious thing burning. But oh yeah, see, I'm not bald. I have all my hair on me. It's just, you know, really long and shit. Some people think I'm bald, but I just have a lot of gray hair, honestly. I have a lot of gray hair. And I've been having gray hair since I was like 18 and shit. And that's just my family. I got a bunch of gray hair all over the place. Really can't see it in the video, though. Toronto, just to see how many people got shot. Deal. But yeah, thanks again, Boingo Bear, for the donation, man. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I think, guys, I'm going to probably wrap it up now. And I hope you all have a great night. And once again, a great Easter. But take it easy, guys. See you later.